what to do if you feel attraction towards somebody else, if you're liking somebody else, maybe even developing some feelings and maybe even sexual attraction. So I will read this message from somebody who was in this situation and we'll go from there. So I need help. This has never ever happened to me and I have no clue what to do. I have a liking for my man's friend who also happens to be my son's coach. How does this happen? And I have a great man. I have a great husband. I'm not interested in cheating. So it's very important to realize where attraction comes from. So we think attraction comes from this awesome person who's in front of our eyes, and it's something we cannot control, right? So this is what most people think. They don't even question it. So I would like you to question it. I would like you to be aware of yourself. So you're aware of what you're feeling, right? Maybe butterflies and everything, but you're not aware of what is creating this attraction and where it comes from. It comes from your thoughts. So you're thinking all these great things about this person. Maybe he's so kind, he's so generous, he's so strong, he has nice jaws and nice shoulders. Who knows? So you only see these good things and you're focusing on them, and your thoughts are only these positive kind of thoughts. The truth is this person is very complex. Sometimes he might not be kind. Sometimes he might not be so good looking, but you only see his good sides and your brain kind of fills in the rest. Right? Fills in the rest of the story. This is what happens when people fall in love, right? Like we only see the positives and our brain like fills in the rest. Like if these things are great, this means this person is super nice. Right? Our brain fills in the rest of the story. The truth is, maybe this man's wife who lives with him and sees him every day, she could tell you, no, like actually he's sometimes lazy. He scratches his private parts or who knows, things that are not so attractive, right? So it's very important to recognize and be aware and be conscious that your thoughts are creating this attraction. It happens unconsciously, but you want to make it conscious, right? Not even try to change it at first, just to realize it comes from your thoughts. And when we're not sharing bills and children and decisions and plans with a person, of course, we're going to only see the good sides. And of course, the interactions will be nice and easy and fun and all good, right? So just be aware of this. Maybe even write down all your thoughts, what you think about this person, and then realize it's these thoughts that are making you feel attraction. Because if I told you, or somebody told you in his inner circle, right, that he's a pedophile, your attraction will would simply go away in a matter of seconds, right? You wouldn't need days and months to think about and convincing yourself to fall out of love with him. No, it would only take a few seconds if somebody tells you he's a pedophile. I actually read this in a magazine a long time ago and I thought it was brilliant. So it was an advice of how to make yourself not be attracted to somebody, like exactly what we're talking about. And it was imagining that person has a small penis. So it was so hilarious, but it's kind of true, right? So if you imagine something negative about that person and you believe it, right? If you know it's a lie, you won't believe it, and you will still feel attraction. The point is to make yourself believe some negative thoughts too, and really think logically. Is this person all good, all nice, all handsome, all fun, all ease? Or if you would live with them and share bills and children and plans and decisions and where to go to vacation, or what do we do with this money, right? So if you would share all these things wouldn't be all fun and easy. So this is the first part, awareness part. Write down your thoughts, realize your thoughts are making you feel attracted to him, right? And then ask yourself, number 2 is deliberateness. So this is what we do in coaching. We take awareness of whatever is happening in our lives, and then we choose deliberately, what do we want? So this is being in charge of yourself. This is being an independent woman, right? Being in charge of yourself. It's not the kind of business you have and the kind of money and anything. It's being in charge of yourself, of how you're thinking, how you're feeling, and who you're attracted to. Yes, it's who you're attracted to. You can be in charge of that. That's being independent. This is the independence that I want to see in women. So then you deliberately ask yourself, do I keep wanting to be attracted to this person? Yes or no? Do I want to feel attracted to my husband instead? Maybe yes. So the person who wrote this message, she wanted, like, she felt she wasn't interested in cheating, right? She wants to feel attracted to her husband again. Well, when we live with somebody and when we're married for a long time, again, our brain puts this person kind of in a box, and with all the negative labels we have for them, right? And slowly with time, like, we go from the opposite, from when we started towards the marriage, like we start seeing the negative things. And at some point in bad marriages and in marriages that are not functioning, right? It's just because people only focus on the negative, right? So they don't see the positive anymore. So those thoughts that make you feel attracted to somebody, try to look in your husband as, like, is he sometimes kind? Find evidence for that if that's attractive to you. Is he sometimes generous? Find evidence for that if that's attractive to you. Is he strong? Does he have like some physical features? Is he a good provider? Does he protect you? Does he take care of you? Does he accomplish all your desires, right? Is he romantic? So look for those things, and you can slowly shift the attraction from that person towards your husband. Mainly, you don't want to put yourself in this situation. So I never put myself in a situation where I could be attracted to another man. So that's another story, but it's normal. It happens to everyone. It's not bad. It's just taking charge of yourself, and then really being deliberate and conscious, like, who do I want to be attracted to, right? And then maybe even not even putting yourself in situations where you can feel attraction to somebody else, and make yourself so in love with your husband. Yes, this is what I do, and this is what women in successful marriages do, right? It's you who is in charge of who you're in love with, who you want to be attracted to, physically, emotionally, and it's always possible, right? So deliberately make yourself feel attracted and in love with your husband. Try to see all the good things that he does or is that are attractive. And most importantly, put yourself in the shoes of another woman, like you are with this man, of another woman who sees him and only sees the good in him, only sees like, oh, he makes nice jokes, and look how nice he is to his children, and he's such a good dad, and he's such a good person, right? Like, look at him with fresh eyes, the same way you look at this person, like, with fresh eyes, and seeing only the nice and maybe the superficial things, right? They're not necessarily superficial. So look at your husband with fresh eyes. Don't look with all the judgments and all the negative thoughts that you gathered throughout the years. So again, it's so simple when we speak about it. Maybe when you put it in practice, it's not as simple, but it really, attraction comes from your thoughts. Feeling in love comes from your thoughts. Feeling desire for somebody comes from your thoughts, right? It doesn't come from how good they look, because there are people who look good, but they're very mean and they are repelling. They're not attractive, right? So I can give you so many more examples, but you get to the point. So be very aware of yourself, of what you're feeling and what causes those feelings. It's your thoughts, right? Be aware, sit with this for a week or two if you need to. Maybe a week is enough. And then take 2-3 weeks. So the process is maximum 1 month, maximum. If you really get what I'm saying here, like, you can change it a lot faster. Then deliberately put all your attractive thoughts towards the person you want to be attracted to. And in this case, for this woman, it was her husband, right? And don't mix or don't think attraction is love, or like, I'm so attracted to this, but maybe he's the love of my life and it's not my husband. No, that's not love. Love is built through years and years of going through hard stuff together and going over it. Love is not the attraction we feel in the beginning. Most people are not really feel real love in the beginning. It takes years to build true love. It takes years to build like true deep love. So, and no matter how in love you feel in the beginning, that's not true love. That's hormones. That's people being attracted to each other's defects and things. So studies show and psychologists say, and I believe this too, we feel attracted to people who resemble maybe our parents or caregivers, and they have their defects, so we can heal through them. So we heal in family unions, right? So we heal, we had the problems from the family, and in another family container, we will heal them. So we will heal them with somebody who triggers those things in us. So the point is, bottom line, you really can do this in maximum 1 month. Like shift everything, be in charge of yourself. Like really, this is independence, emotional independence, like mental independence. This is how, like, really being in charge of yourself. You can really decide who you're in love with and who you're attracted to and who you feel desires towards too. Have fun with the process. Bye-bye.